Hey, everybody.
Art was just telling us about the Oscars. He was watching them. So keep talking, Art.
Yeah, just yeah. Long story short, before I ramble on too much, it's just more motivation and inspiration when you get to when you watch the Oscars and literally see where you want to end up one day, where you like to accomplish one day. What helps and what keeps you going is when you get to work with projects like these, movies like these, and people like Greg, Jeremiah, Jordan, Danny, everybody, especially you, Stacy, everybody involved in projects like these. So. It's kind of fitting, you know. Like I mean, we're meeting up here talking about that while the Oscars are going on. So to me, that's kind of what it feels like.
Cool. And I'm so sorry that I scheduled this meeting during the Oscar time. I didn't even realize it was.
It's all good. Yeah,
I
I,
wasn't watching them, but were you guys, you and Jeremiah and Greg, were you watching the Oscars?
Honestly, no. I have to be honest with you. I've taken care of some other stuff, and I haven't honestly, I haven't watched the Oscars in a long time, and I think probably because I'm so focused on doing my own thing. Not to put shade on the Oscars because I mean that's a great thing, but I'm so my mind is always trying to get my own thing going. So that's probably what it was. Hmm.
Yeah, I gave it a watch earlier when it first started, until I had to step out for a bit, and it's great to see like how all of the stories they'll tell about when they started or how they started, and just like to Art's point, like we've doing the work now, and we're looking at what it can be in the future, which is a great asset to our day to day. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. Meet as many possible people you can, and we all can sit in that same room in the future. Stacey at the Oscars, Art at the Oscars, Greg at the Oscars, so we wouldn't have to watch it at home anymore.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Jeremiah at the Oscars. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to call you guys together to meet with you guys. I am not going to ask questions. I just want you guys to talk about whatever you want. I know
Mhm.
last week we screened at the Grand Lake Theater. Thank you so much. It was great to see you guys. And you guys didn't have much time to talk on stage. So
Mhm.
people want to know what you guys think about whatever you want to talk about. So
Okay.
just so the people know, I'm going to go around. Art, well, I'll let you guys introduce yourself and your role.
I'm Gregory. I'm Gregory Goodman, and I play the security guard um, for the Mr. Advocate. It was a pretty great experience for me. Honestly, it was like my first official time to be on a set, um, professional set. And so while I was there, I was looking at what the gaffer does, the cinematography, how they set up everything. I was just watching how it would flow. So when I was there, I was actually picking up tips. So that was a great experience for me.
Cool.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think with this one, I'm Jeremiah McGee. I play Mr. Harris for the short film Mr. Advocate. The story itself, it is very powerful, and it really talks about something that we overlook every single day. Even though we have kids and the kids are in the education system, we don't really reflect upon what the teachers or the principals are instilling in the children. And I think this is why Mr. Advocate and films like Eyes in the Hall are needed, because us as parents are just everyday civilians. We don't see what happens in the classroom. We don't see what happens at the school. We just have to have faith in our kids as well as the staff and administration to do the right thing. And sometimes we have different conflicting ideals, which it shows through the principal, Mr. Harris, as well as the teacher as well too. I think the biggest thing I was telling another actor after being on your set, Stacy, is that in the Bay Area we have a lot of talent. What we do lack is opportunity. You came with opportunity and willing to pay for people's services, so you had a lot of people be able to kind of come around and actually put in the work and be passionate and be bought in to the dream and to the story, which is 100% grateful for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This
Thank
is
you.
one of the projects that I didn't have the trade services for. I knew that it was going to be very impactful and that it wouldn't just be a resume builder, but it'll be more of a story I can stand by and be proud of at the same time too. So thank you, Stacey. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about you, Art? How did you feel about Mr. Advocate?
Yeah, I was. I'm glad you guys joined because I was telling Stacy. Oh yeah, first of all, I'm Arturo Spell. I played Mr. Advocate himself, Professor. And the thing I think that stood out to me was it's something that Stacy actually said to me that I felt about all of you. And Stacy, you probably remember this when you texted me talking about how the whole crew, everybody involved, just enjoyed seemingly working with each other, and that's just how much I took away from this. And the funny thing is that when you're involved with projects like this, where again, we know it's not all going to be sunshine and rainbows and perfect, no matter what projects we do. But in this instance, it was where the entire crew was just as laser focused and professional as they were excited and enthusiastic to work amongst each other and bring your. I always tell you this, Stacey, bring your passion project to life. And that's another reason why I was watching the Oscars, because Ryan Coogler, an Oakland native, a Richmond native, got to bring his project passion to life. And so anytime you get a chance to do that for somebody else that you admire and respect and want to see bring theirs to life and everything while getting to work with so many amazing people, I think what took away from that was that that's what it's all about, because the cherry on top and the icing on the cake was that it's something very important. You talked about it, Stacey, on stage about the education program and what's going on and how it affects others. And we got a chance to bring that to the forefront and bring it to people's attention. And so it's one of those rare occasions where I'm so, like, everything was perfect. I know not everything is perfect in life and stuff, but this project, the people, working with Jeremiah, working with Greg, who I hope to work with more along in the future, especially you, Stacy. But what I took away from this is like, man, what if when you get a chance to do something like this and it all just feels as good and feels as important as it actually is? Honestly, I mean, you either ramble on because you just can't say enough about it, or you're left speechless. It's like nothing in between, like, I mean, so it's so again, and right now I'm rambling on because like I just can't say enough about this film. So I mean, the film, the experience, the people, everything to me, what I took away was just special. It was a special film. It was special people I got to work with, and a special message we got to bring to the forefront.
So I actually do have a question though, if we can. So I know with Nathan, the teacher, he transitioned from the corporate life into becoming an educator at the same time. And that was a big, difficult transition. You had a lot of things you had to realize before you can actually embrace him being a teacher. I know, Stacey, you had a very similar background where you transitioned from education to law and then all the way to filmmaking now. What is that transition like for you? And how did you kind of navigate through those moments where you didn't expect this to happen?
Oh yeah, it's a crazy journey. It's not
Mm,
fun.
mm,
It's just
This is
not
one of
been.
your first, right, too? Mr. Advocate? Sure. This is one of your first?
No, I actually did two shorts a few years ago, like 2019.
Mm.
But
mm,
they weren't at the level to be seen publicly, so no one has
mhm.
seen them. But and then we did another short before Mr. Advocate last year. So Mr. Advocate was like my fourth short.
Mm.
Stacey,
Mhm.
Stacey, can I ask you a question? What made you decide to get into directing? I mean, what was it, because what you was experienced with the kids when you was a teacher? What gave you that passion and that push?
Yeah, so it I went into filmmaking because I'm using it as a way to advocate,
Hmm.
because I got frustrated with the school system and I couldn't see myself in any parts of it, even as like a principal or curriculum specialist or working for the district. I just figured I just wanted to be outside the system. And
Okay.
then um, I went to law schools thinking I could advocate for education issues then,
Hmm.
graduated, learned that the legal system is biased. So I was like,
Okay.
forget that. Let me go back to teaching. Then when I left teaching in 2018, I was diagnosed with PTSD from
Okay.
teaching. It was
Okay.
very traumatic. All my experiences teaching across the U.S., from
Okay.
Denver, LA to Washington, D.C., they were just all, yeah, challenging.
Okay.
And so I was like, if I make a film that could have impact, so it's not even something
Hmm.
I always wanted to do. I'm
Okay.
just doing it by default to get the message out.
Got you. Got
So
you.
that's the only reason.
So have any other like ideas of different movies you thought about, filming?
Oh yeah, plenty. I got
Okay.
plenty of
Okay.
plenty of stories and plenty of topics. The
Okay.
education system is a mess, so there's a lot
Okay.
to discuss. That's easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
And and,
Great.
and the caveat of Greg, since we all three of us as actors, Stacy's sort of an actor, part-time actress.
You threw
Greg,
me into it with the promo video.
it got the most likes and views and insights, so it was worth it. Man. It was worth it.
Right. That's right.
Well, so Art and Greg, like, what's you guys' next project? Is we're as good as our most past project, but in order to keep feeding that light, feeding that acting bug or that creativity bug,
Mhm.
everyone wants to know what's next. Like, what's the next project you guys are working on? What's next one is dropping? I think that's the biggest thing right there.
Well, actually, me and Art, next couple of weeks, we have a political scene that we're going to shoot, and it's part of my film I've been working on. Initially, it was to start as a film, but we decided to make it like a web series. And so I say around June we're gonna drop. We're gonna start dropping. Matter of fact, Jeremiah is part of the production. Also, I'm pretty excited about that.
Mhm.
Um, we coming up with more and more ideas, more and more just creative ideas. I just been so excited about it, and that's pretty much it. Me and Art, we have a shoot next couple of weeks. Matter of fact, me and Jeremiah, we have a shoot in April. So you know, my thing of it is naturally, I guess you can say I was an introvert, and I remember and I realized I was bringing that into the film world. But when I started um, building a team, it just makes everything flow so naturally. I can't speak highly enough. You must find a team to make things flow. And I like working with a team. And when I have a team, I don't have to work as hard, So I would say having a team is a gold mine.
Is that something you learned from Mr. Advocate and applied to your own creativities as well too?
To be honest with you, Jeremiah, I learned, yes, and I learned that when I hooked up with you and our other friend, actor Andre. It just seemed like when I connected with you guys, I connected with Stacy, and that just let me know the more and more people that you meet, especially in the same thing that you're trying to do is filmmaking, acting. It's the bigger the family, the bigger the village. You know what I mean? It just makes things flow. So yeah.
So what about you, Art? What did you take from Mr. Advocate to your next journey or next project you're working on now?
Boy, I think it kind of goes personal and professional because you kind of touched on it, Jeremiah, when you asked Stacy the question, which was going from the corporate life and pursuing something else that's her actual passion. That's literally what I'm going through right now. That's what I'm struggling with. I mean, not to get too personal or anything like that, but no, I got a nice corporate job, a nice office job. It's all well and it's all good. But
Mhm.
I catch myself on the side when I have free time. Like I'm going on backstage, I'm going checking up what all you guys else is doing, and I'm like, man, dude, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be doing this like
Mhm.
100% full time. Like what? Sometimes I catch myself like I get it, but like, what am I doing? And so that alone was a message that I took really, really hard from this project because there was a character in there that literally did what I'm trying to do. So on a personal level, and obviously I bring that to the professional level with that, that really resonated, and it's resonating right now as we speak. And so personally, that's what I took. And then professionally, as Greg said, I want to bring kind of like I don't want to say like the fire and desire, but basically a will to win to
Mhm.
a will to win to Greg's role that he's given me because I love the way he described it, which was it's a political scene. I back him even though what's it called? There's some nefarious stuff going on in there, but hey, I want to win, and I want to help this man win. I'm gonna figure this thing out. And
Right.
so finding that fine line of like, okay, it's all about winning. I got to find out how we do it. And so I think professionally, that's what I took with away from that, and I'm bringing it to the next project because that'll be like you said, Greg. In a couple of weeks, we get to film that scene. Really
Right.
looking forward to it. I already been doing my
Me too,
research with
man.
that. Yeah,
Me
it's gonna
too,
be
man.
great. Yeah, and then and honestly, one of the biggest inspirations, Jeremiah, is a short film that I saw in Brave Maker. I think I told you about last year, and it was something so simple where it was at the end of a funeral. I forgot what the film was called, but yeah, you and this amazing actor had this great back to back in this short film, just right outside after the funeral, like right by the car, just being real and going at it with each other, even though y'all was family. And so, like, man, it's that type of stuff that just keeps feeding me when I get to see projects like that, when I get to see actors and stuff like that go on there, because even though I see what's on screen, I also know what it takes, how many takes it'll take, how much time it takes just to
Yeah.
get that nailed scene in there. And so that's kind of what I'm bringing there. And then, of course, looking out for your next project, Stacey, because I believe this is all part of a trilogy, which just blew my mind and everything.
Yeah.
And that's something one of my questions that I have for you too was obviously the feature film of what we did, that version coming out, the trilogy as a whole. I mean, it just felt great that this was a huge, big step for what you had in mind.
Yeah, or don't forget about the Vertical series too. Like Stacey, she's moving fast.
That's,
Like I said,
that's
she's
what,
a
I mean,
force to be
yeah,
reckoned
yeah, exactly. When I
I'm
asked
making
all
up for
about that.
lost time. That's all.
So Stacy, let me ask you this question. So after you finish with the advocate, what's going to be next on your agenda?
Yes, and let me just say hi to Daniel real fast. Daniel from the manager at Oakland Hills campus.
with. Hey
Yes.
Dan.
Sorry, I missed the mixer on Thursday. I had an education mixer in San Francisco at the same time. Otherwise, I would have been there. But yes, we filmed the second film in the trilogy is Sweet Chariot. That
Okay.
was filmed at Oakland
Mm,
Hills campus, and then the third film to come out in the trilogy is Eyes in the Hall, which we actually filmed first.
Okay.
But Jeremiah's not in that one. Jeremiah's in Mr. Advocate, Arts, and Sweet Chariot. Yes,
yeah, and what's it called? And
yes.
Eyes in the Hall. That's it, right?
No, you're not in Eyes in the
Oh no,
Hall.
no, no, Sweet
Yeah,
Chariot.
the Sweet
Okay, yeah,
Chariot. Yeah.
got it.
So yeah, Greg, to answer your question, the trilogies, the elementary school, middle, and high school.
Okay.
Like
Mm,
AI is supposed to show AI issues, the benefits and challenges at the elementary, middle, and high school level.
Okay.
So I just had the idea to one, like expand the K through 12 spectrum to show the different levels. There's Billy. Hey, Billy. Everybody knows Billy.
uh,
And then I was like, well, I'm an emerging filmmaker. No one's heard of me. So if I
Okay.
make a trilogy, then that's like three that they can expect. So after
Mhm.
Mr. Advocate, the feature drops, then I can be like, hey, and we got this one coming out, in a few months. And then, hey, we
Okay.
got the third one coming out. So
Okay.
it's kind of like a strategy,
Okay.
um, just to get my name out there and to help with distribution, with hoping people, because
Oh,
it's like a package that they know more is coming.
right.
That
Right.
was
mm,
the idea, so
Yeah.
we'll see if it works.
So can I ask you a personal question, if I may?
If it's not
Um,
too personal, we'll
no, it's
see.
not too personal. It's
Okay.
about filmmaking. Could you let us know the process? Because a lot of times, um, people get excited that they hear directors making film, right? And they always look on the outside, but never looking on the inside. Tell us about your process behind the scene, getting it together, dealing with the different crew, dealing, the different elements to make this happen.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's a lot of business, not fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of business, headache, drama,
Mm-hmm.
learning, making a lot of mistakes. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, trying to run it as a business, like a
Mm-hmm.
production company, there's a lot that comes with that, from insurance, workers' comp, taxes, just a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that's not fun, not the creative stuff, but it's part of the business. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's a lot of stress behind the scenes. So I'm smiling, and you guys see me on set
Right.
smiling, but
Yeah. So,
No, I get it. I get it. I get it.
and you're
And
a director too, so
Oh,
you're
yes.
yeah, you're a director first, right?
Well, no.
Oh, you're more of an actor.
Honestly, my passion was acting. And I started man, probably almost 25, 30 years ago. I started on stage at the Black Repertory Theater in Berkeley. And
Berkeley,
so
yeah.
that's where I learned how to project my voice and really get in character. The difference with theater and film, theater, you really have to be in character. You have to just really run your character and your lines straight through. Film, you can make a mistake and say, cut, we do it over again. So um, I would say, my personal opinion, any actor, if they can get involved on stage, to have that experience, it's nothing like it in the world. Nothing like it in the world. Yeah. Just my opinion. Everybody's different. Everybody's
no, I 100% agree with you, Greg, because just real quick, that's where my background came from, too. The dream has always been being in movies, winning
Mhm.
an Oscar, maybe being in Hollywood stuff. But where I started out was in theater in high school because that
Okay.
was all there was. So I did plays and musicals. That's how it started. And the one thing that I learned was that here, live theater, you don't get to say cut. If something happens, if something goes on, I mean,
Right.
that's where I learned to ad lib. You gotta find a way to
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so the admiration and the respect, that's where the admiration and respect of acting as a whole craft just took another
Right.
huge step because there's those in
Right.
theater that gotta find a way live right then and
Yeah.
there. And then
Yeah.
in movies, you do get to cut, but you know what? That doesn't take away anything from the research and the preparation
Yeah.
and what to do. Because again, what if you do a take that you don't like, but the director loves? So it's like,
Right.
hey, I
Right.
mean, it goes both ways, man.
Right.
And so yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely hear that. And you know what? Actually, that's one question I have for you, Jeremiah, because I love watching you work, and I was curious where your background came from. How'd you get to that point?
so I want to say there's a benefit of the I want to say stage theater route, but with the industry changing a lot, I think going directly to film was just my passion, my route. And understanding each character, I think the backstory of the character was very important. Kind of building that out and find out who they are and actually put that person into different um, situations other than the one that we're having in that conversation, so I can build that character in a whole at the same time.
Mm.
I think Mr. Advocate being Mr. Harris was a fun role as well too. He was more of the protagonist, and everyone didn't really like him. So I
Mhm.
enjoyed that. And that's the first time I was able to be quote unquote the villain. So I had fun
Mm.
with the role, kind of expanded it as much as possible. Threw some ad libs in there to kind of reflect what I see Mr. Harris as. I think that was amazing. But me, on my acting side, I play too much, and I be telling too many stories. And every time I see a story, I illustrate it visually in my head, and it kind of helps me with the role when it comes into the film. And I'm really, really a movie buff. Everything on the
Yeah.
screen, everything that was recorded, I love that. But play devil's advocate, that
Mhm.
the stage.
Right.
It's
I won't speak
amazing.
too much about it. I have a lot of respect for it, but it just wasn't around for me though. I tried it a few
Right.
times.
Right. Right. I get it.
Ah,
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Right. And
Yeah.
That's
Right.
yeah.
that's not a knock for all the YouTubers out there, all the people making content, because that's the route they've chosen, and not go down big stage. It has open doors for them, so it's still a different possibility for them as well too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. That's so cool you said that because it's like you said, there's no knock on anything or anybody else because
Right.
that's where the respect comes from.
Yeah.
Everybody out there becomes an actor, becomes a director, and they become the best at what they do but in their own way. And
Right.
that's
Right.
where the respect comes from, like finding out,
Right.
dude, yeah, Jeremiah, I love seeing you work. How did you get there? Because Greg, I love seeing you work and love working with you. And now I know how you got there. I'm
Right.
like, man, dude. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
And the best part about that is when you learn that and you see that from other people, sometimes you may want to give that a shot. Like, what's it
Yeah.
called? Like, if I did a theater production, would I love it? Would it relate to me, and would it help me in my overall craft? And so, like,
Right,
so
right.
so we learn things like that, and you meet different people in their own way. That's where the respect comes from.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
yeah.
And
And,
as you see my respect, I want to kind of give Stacey her flowers. I know when I first met her
Yeah.
on Short of Mr. Advocate, we spoke a little bit about her ambitions to actually achieve the feature film in no less than 2 weeks. And I know this is International Women's History Month, and I think she should go down in history for making
Yeah.
it short with the least amount of days. Stacey, how long did it take you to shoot Mr. Advocate, the feature?
I think 5 or 6 days.
Like, come on now, who does that? That's crazy.
Wow.
wow,
Feature film, 90
wow.
minutes. You just 90 minutes, or was it more?
No, it was right now it's 72 minutes, but we're gonna cut it down to about 65.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
That's still
wow,
big feat right there, man. To shoot a feature film
Yes.
in 5-7 days, like, come on now.
wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
It
That shows you how fast she goes and with the accuracy she hits, because after learning from one set, she kind of applies it to the next one, and she doesn't kind of bog down on things that didn't work. She kind of make those adjustments. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Stacey. I'm just explaining your process right here.
no, you're right. Yeah,
It
no,
was great to watch you work.
yeah, I mean, okay. So Shauna is on this live. She's Teach for the Culture. Amazing. You guys need to follow her IG. She's really big with education,
Mm,
and it yeah, like it was just crazy for me as a teacher, my experience.
mm.
So all those years, like I said 2025, I'm gonna execute. Like I'm gonna stop playing. So that's why I was going so hard. It's not like I had this grand idea. I was just like, I'm gonna do it, whether it's, at this very micro budget, just do what I can in 5 or 6 days, and that's it. Like do what I can with what I have. So
What you have?
yeah, I mean,
Yep.
the stories need to could come out because the education system it's a mess. So and
Wow.
it's our kids. So it's
Mhm.
like we got to do something.
I mean, with the education system, I mean, that's a broad perspective because you can tell so many different stories that goes on with the kids today in
Yeah.
school. So I'm pretty excited to see what you come up with.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And so I do want to kind of bring up one more thing. So I did appreciate the set, because as we heard earlier, Art and Greg is working on a project right now, and then we brought up Andre. He was in one of your feature films as well too, and then brought up Billy as well too, and he's working on a couple of different sets. And it shows like the community we have in the Bay Area when it comes to filmmakers. Whether you're the grip, whether you're the videographer, the director, the actor, you can always hop on someone else's project when you have that feeling, that connection when you're working on a
Yeah,
current set.
exactly.
And I kind of want to see if you guys can speak on that experience of like, who did you meet and how did you guys kind of continue working with them going forward? Just don't want to take up too much time. I know we've been here for a while already.
Mm.
No, I think that's such a great point. I'm glad you brought it, because that's one thing I did want to make sure I shout out on this Instagram live was the others, the crew, the ones surrounding this that
Right.
helped bring this to life, both
Exactly.
during and afterwards. And you mentioned Andre, but you mentioned Billy, and Billy's in there and everything, and Jordan, our actual just video. Sorry, I'm
DP.
stumbling over there. DP, yeah, exactly, DP. And so, but no, all those, and even the ones that I'm forgetting, I'm sorry, especially if you guys are watching, I love you all, because it was another thing that reminded me of where I came up, and the professionalism that comes with it, which was, okay, when you're in a theater, there's stage crew, if you're doing a musical, there's orchestra, and there's a director doing that stuff. And then of course there's sound, doing your mics if you're on the stage and stuff. Then when you go to the movies, well, we all saw what was on the set. The set, the people on there, everybody had a different job to do. And it was just, honestly, when you break it all down to, if you break it all down to the basics, the way I thought of it was like, everybody here is so good at what they do, the best at what they do. And Stacey gets to direct us in her passion project. If everybody does their job, all I got to do is do my job. I did the research. I did the preparation. I did the memorizing. I did some rehearsals with Jeremiah and Greg, who I just met on that set. And I did that and then made another connection. That next thing you know, I get to work with him again, another movie. And I realized with so much going on and so much to think about and so much to experience and love, when you bring it down to the basics, hey, you got a job to do, be professional about it, because that's what everybody else is doing to bring this to life and make it look and make it become what it was. So yeah, to answer your question, Jeremiah, or thing that you touched on, I'm glad you brought it up, because I just want to shout out everybody involved in this project, because it's one thing that I always like. Yeah, I mean, when we're on the theater, when we're on there and we get to go on stage, it's all like, I mean, the stage ain't big enough. We got to bring everybody up on this. That's what I always think of. So the big shout out to everybody involved in this and everybody else out there who's a crew and a part of this, but from behind the scenes. So that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's close out. You guys can get back to the Oscars, or Art can get back to watching it. Jeremiah,
I'm loving
though,
this, man. That's fun.
yeah,
That's totally
Jeremiah,
fun.
you didn't answer the question about yourself, about your projects. I know you have projects coming up.
Yeah, what's up with you, man?
Yeah, so with working with Stacy, she kind of pushed me and motivated me to become a producer as well too, and so many other different roles, different hats. So I'm currently producing as well as.
Oh, you're on mute.
With mute. Someone mute, man.
Yep.
All around socials. I dropped out.
Now we can
Oh,
hear you.
yeah. What was that? Yeah,
Okay,
we went mute.
So yeah, Stacey pushed me to do a lot more than just acting. Put on multiple different hats. So I'm producing as well as co-starring in a feature film called Fish Pond Crab. It was shot 100% in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the lookout for that. And then as well as I'm in a production crew with Greg with Peerless City, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then that should be dropping in June as well too. And then I have 2 other shorts I'm working on personally as my own passion projects. But that'll be coming out soon. But my biggest focus is that feature film, because like you said, Stacey, you drop a feature film, they can't help to see it at that point. So that's the next step of my career right there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, keep us posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That trailer is nice.
That's what I'm saying.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
We try to shoot quality. We're from the Bay Area. We're not from Hollywood, but we can make the Hollywood cinema, but tell our own authentic storytelling. That's what we're trying to achieve with that. For half the
Right.
budget, of course. Like, come on now. We don't need $15 million to make a movie. Come on, let's do it. Let's
Right.
do it.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It looks good, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that Fish Pond Crab YouTube. We got an Indiegogo right now supporting. Go ahead and reach out, and let's make sure we can make some magic in the Bay Area. Let's do it.
And I want to say one thing. We living in a time now that we don't have to wait on Hollywood to tell our stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if you have the passion, the will to do it, just do it. We tell our own stories.
Yep.
We're not waiting on people.
You can't, because they're not going to tell them anyway. So
Right.
That's
I'll see you
right.
guys later.
yeah. All
Excellent.
right. Have a good rest of your evening.
Okay,
Thank
you
See you
too.
guys.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
all y'all. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you guys
Yeah.
later. All right.